Welcome to Bond SCX. This is Lance, the Bargain Stock Bounty Hunter with Daz. We're going to do another company breakdown. So part two to ABML. Got a lot of good responses from that video. A lot of good views on that video. Me and Daz talked about making another one. So a couple new things we wanted to talk about, some new information, some latest news, some latest prices. And then if you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch the first one. The price points at that time were very cheap compared to what we see now. And so I think it's a great opportunity to still invest and kind of look into ABML if you're interested. So Daz, if you got anything you're wanting to show, let's take it away, and we'll see what news and what latest things ABML has to show the world. So.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey everybody. Again, Lance, thank you for having me. So yeah, we're going to get started with the part two video of ABML. So just a quick disclaimer again, it's the penny stock. You can check the video, the first video we put out. But hey, it's a risky investment, but if you dibble and dabble in penny stocks, you probably already, understand what you're getting yourself into. But I think this is probably one of the most secure penny stocks out there, personally. But that's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor at all, so do your own DD. But first, I want to get started with some news. I'm about to share my screen now. Good. All right, so this is everything on here you can look up. This should all be accurate information if the company is lying. So Lance, I'll also send you the links to these and put in the description of the video again. So the biggest thing with ABML, not the biggest thing, but one of the things with ABML so far now, they hired Dr. York Smith. So he's an industry expert, director of research and development. So a few things I want to highlight on here. He has over 15 years of research dealing with lithium. He also, let me find it to get on this part. So he's also, I would say, very, very known in that world. So Smith has published extensively with over 50 journal publications and over 2,000 citations. And he also serves on the Strategic Advisory Committee of the Remade Institute. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but don't exactly know the correct. And there's also another thing too. So his role, most importantly with ABTC, is going to be pretty much, he will oversee the scientists at the company. And pretty much he's going to be more so, I personally think what I'm getting from this is he's going to be like an overseer of the whole operation when it comes to extraction of lithium and everything. So moving on. And the next point I want to talk about concerning ABML is really important. So President Biden, his plan is to invoke Defense Production Act for electric vehicle battery materials. So this is really important. So just in case, you're asking yourself, hey, what does the Defense Production Act do, or what is it? Pretty much the current version of it, from what my understanding is, that it allows the president, primarily through executive order, to direct private companies to prioritize orders from the federal government. So they can allocate materials, services, facilities, and it'll pretty much be for national defense purposes. I think it was used primarily in the 50s, around the start of the Korean War, but not a historian, so don't quote me on that. But that's pretty much made with the Defense Production Act. pertains. So in ties with that, so let me highlight this. So Biden's order to help companies receive government funding for feasibility studies on projects that extract materials including lithium, nickel, cobalt, graphite, and manganese. I think I said that right. So yeah, Lance, what you think about that?
I think that's really good. I think that's very encouraging. I don't see why you would not see any good results from this type of law that's been passed or act. So yeah, I think this is great. I think it opens up the doors for other businesses possibly to come in and actually do some similar mining. So I think it's good. And you're talking about for Defense Act. So, maybe that's something where the government's looking to, use that in some of the defense missile systems. And so I'd be curious to see what happens with the lithium companies, since it's March 31st. So since this report, be interested to see what the next quarter looks like, quarter two for lithium. Pretty good news.
Yeah, definitely. Especially that, as already stated, lithium extraction, recycling, that's what they really focus on. But moving on to something that I think is really good. So, and just want to say again, everything I'm showing you on this video, you can look for yourselves and see. So the biggest thing I think personally with ABML is their pilot plant. When they're actually going to start, generating revenue and pretty much proving that, hey, this is a real thing we're doing here. Because I know some people were skeptical in the past about the pilot plant being built and breaking ground and uplisting to the NASDAQ. But I will say, I'm pretty sure that stuff takes time, especially for a company on this type of scale, but good things are definitely ahead. So if you follow their Instagram page, you can get like live time feed of what the company's doing, but this is the most recent. See, they got the tilted walls up, the flooring, foundation. Seems like that's the roof right here. Yeah, the steel deck roofing is being installed. So yeah, how that look to you? What's your thoughts on this, Lance?
Coming along pretty quickly, actually. I remember in the last video, I made the comment that the plant wouldn't be up and running this year, but the building's going up pretty quick. So yeah, I think they're moving at a pretty good pace. What's the expected? Do you have an expected date that the plant will be up and running? Is there a target date that they got out there? Startup. So it looks like it's toward the end of the year.
I honestly don't know. That's a good question.
They have that timeline. It doesn't have any dates. If you go up a little bit, scroll up a little, right. So right there, it's got the February 22nd construction. I'm sorry, February 2022 construction. So maybe the end of this year. I mean,
I read a few things. I just don't want to give an exact number and to be false. People were saying that what I've been reading, rumors about, I think quarter two it might be done.
Okay.
I will say though, I think it's possible that they're going to generate revenue this year. So that's what I'm looking forward to personally. I think that's possible. Like I said, I'm not too big on construction, but I think having the roof installed is a pretty good sign that they don't got not too much left. They're getting that done. There any questions about anything I covered so far, or?
No, so far it looks good. I think the only thing, I'm questioning is, how they plan to generate revenue. Is that revenue going to come from contracts that they're going to, you know, work with certain companies to actually take on their batteries to extract the lithium to recycle it? I guess it'd be good to know too, like what percentage do they expect to actually mine versus actually recycle? I don't know if that's something that we probably know at this point in time.
Yeah, let me stop the share real quick. As far as what you said about the companies and stuff, so I'm pretty sure that ABML has rumors of them being partnered with BASF and DuPont.
That's big.
So it's some pretty good stuff. There's also some rumors of them being partnered with Ford, GM, and Chrysler, but it's all rumors. I wouldn't say it's, set in stone. But, if that was the case, so that'd be great. So.
And then I sent you an article. I can't remember how long ago it was. And it was saying that it was showing studies where recycled lithium is actually better than the mined lithium. And I can't remember. Do you remember that article I sent you? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I do. I do actually.
And I thought that was pretty interesting to know that, if you recycle the lithium, something about the particles makes it even stronger, which I guess in turn makes it hold more battery life. So, so yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So.
Oh, and also, just real quick, backtracking. So they did receive a $2 million US ABTC contract award for the demonstration of integrated lithium ion battery recycling technologies. So, and that's actually on the website. True. So they have funding. I will say that they do have funding. So.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I like to move on to the charts.
Well, I was going to say real quick, have they been in the news anymore lately as far as television news?
I haven't seen them on the news personally, but I'm willing to take a bet that with everything going on with the EV rush sparking up a little bit more again, and as I just showed you with the Defense Act with President Biden, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a mention. I think the only thing I've seen recently was they got a new stock high buy price, and I think that's up to $350 now. People are predicting it to go to.
Okay.
So, but that's all I've seen. I think that's on CNN Business when I was looking at that.
And just to clarify, that's $3.50 or
correct.
Three. Okay, just want to make sure for the audience.
In fact, yeah, I'll pull it up. All right, so here's the ABML chart. So this right here is when it hit the high of 195 on August 30th, and so from there, it been downhill, and I think we did a video when it was maybe here. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was around the dollar range, though, definitely. But as I stated, though, I wouldn't be surprised if it go past the 70 range. However, I will say I did not expect it to go to the 56 like that. That was a shocker. But I will say though, I know I was in the video, I stated like, hey, anything under $1 is golden. And even if you bought it at $1, even today, you will still make 43%, which is great. I think anybody would be happy with a 43% return. But to dig in a little bit more, so hit the bottom of 71, bounced up a little bit, finally broke the natural regression channel, finally broke that bearish pattern here. Then it just took off. Percentage wise, from here to here, it went off to 42.13%, which is great in 9 days. Just throwing that out there. So somebody made pretty good money if you sold, But to get into the bigger picture of ABML, I personally can see it going to the $2 range or back close to the 170 range. My only concern is, like I was telling you before, Lance, is just the resistance from 146 and then the 140s. It just doesn't seem like it's breaking that at all. What you think?
Yes, yeah, I think a little differently than you on that. I think what I'm seeing is showing a new support. The only thing I don't like is that manipulation I was telling you that you pulled up. That was like 4 million shares traded in like 2 or 3 hours or whatever. That's the only thing that
on that
I don't like. Yeah, those that section there. Yep. So that right there makes me a little hesitant to buy in at this point. I would definitely say it's going to come and cover that, but I do see the new support line starting to be developed around the 135, 136 range.
I think here goes open, close, and hit the low of that during that small frame.
Yeah.
There's a few more areas over here where you can, justify it, like here, close to here, right here, and everything. So yes, I think 133.95. So 134. I think that's like the worst case scenario support. Like it'll, have a little trouble going back down. But as stated too, like this is a stock too. I can do all the TA in the world, but it does what it want to do because let me go to this. Let's go back 4 years, and man, this stock went from 0.024 to 49. Then it went down to pretty much $1.97, 96 cents. And it went up to, what is that? About 192, and it went back down a little bit to 147 and popped to 258. So very volatile. There's really no telling what it's going to do, but
I think the worst thing that it can do, and that is just me and my beliefs, but if it grows too fast, if it pops too fast, before all the revenue and all that, that manipulation could really be dangerous to buy in. So, definitely would rather see, very slow growth at this point in time. But it makes you a little concerned. Like I said, I think it's definitely on the right path. I don't think it'll see 56 cents again. I think those days are long gone. But who knows? I but I think we're on the right side of the you know the price going up into the 160, $1.60 to 170.
So I think, well, I'll ask you first. So where would you see the stock going to when it start generating revenue, you think?
I gave you some analysis on that a while ago, and I can't remember what I put. I have to look back at it real quick. But I think when this one gets some revenue, you said before revenue?
Well, you can give me both because I got two answers as well.
Let me look back at what I sent you real quick on my text. I did a little analysis at that point in time. Boy, I didn't realize how much we text. All right, here we go. So let's read verbatim what I text you. Let's go from there. I said, your question was, where do you think it can go once they start generating revenue? And I said, hard to tell, but based on a single factor of Tesla, they've got 6,831 batteries per car, and sales of Teslas last year being over 360K. Each Tesla costs $5,000 to replace battery packs, and that's about 73 cents a battery. So 360,000 cars times 73 cents gives you $263,000 at 468. It took Tesla 8 years to get to $1,000 per share. I would guess in 8 years, ABML will get to about $263 per share based on it being at $1. It's not a great estimation, but that is the only thing that I could pull together quickly. Or you could say $26.30 per share if they only have Tesla as their customer. So I would say 8 years, we're looking at high of $263 if they have multiple customers. And if Tesla is just their customer, which is pretty much not going to happen, $26.30. So that'd be my best guess. And that's just, that is off the cusp of what time of night was that? I was at 9:30 at night with very little time to do analysis. I think you text me like 8:30. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think in this year, I really think the $2 range is very possible. Very possible. It's almost there now. So, and you said the guy said about $3.50. What the guy said by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's the analysis from that one person. Don't know who the guy is, but yeah. I personally can see it going to I think it'll hit close to like the 240 range, 250 range. If when they start generating revenue or when the pilot plan is actually complete, I'm thinking close to the $5 to $8 range personally. And but I think that's just all relying on if they really get more funding, like extra backing from the president, which I think they will. It's a really big demand, and EVs are more than likely going to be the future. So,
yeah,
I would say the next 5 years, if everything goes as planned and They're generating revenue, they're recycling, they got the funding. I mean, I don't see why this wouldn't be over $60.
I mean, their competitor, Lithium Americas, is at around the $27-$29 range.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, $60 it's probably about right for all of them.
Yeah, I think that'd be realistic. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got on ABML. Anything you wanted to add?
No, good stuff, man. I appreciate you taking the time to get the information together again and bring some stuff to the audience that maybe they weren't aware of. So I believe the hype of ABML will continue, and I definitely think that you're definitely helping, bring it to the forefront. And again, like we said before, neither one of us have any connections to this company. We don't work for them. We're not even in the automobile EV fields, and so again, this is nothing that we have any insider intel on or of anything. So this is, again, just stuff you can pull off the web. And Daz, I appreciate you pulling that together and staying on top of it, because again, it's very important to analyze stocks in various ways, and you definitely got a good handle on this one, so I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for letting me, express my favorite stock.
I'm waiting on a shirt or something at some point.
Right, I should get one. I might have to hit up Ryan Melzer or something. But yeah.
Hey, maybe we can send him a couple videos that we've done. Maybe he'll like, oh man, these guys are really on it.
Yeah, I wish.
But yeah, so is there anything else you want to show? We'll go ahead and conclude this one. We'll wrap it up.
No, that's everything I got right now. But as always, as soon as I hear something good or some big news pop out, push out another video. So,
all right. Well, audience, thank you for joining us, and it's another episode of Company Breakdown from Bond STX. Daz did another great presentation for us, and so stay tuned for some more videos. If you hadn't watched the first one, again, go back and watch the first one. It was a really good breakdown. And again, check out our Myths and Mystery series. Still have some more episodes to come on that one. Still have the Place of Weeks coming out. We're on week 14, so continue to watch those. And again, appreciate the support and continue watching our videos. Thank you very much.